วัสดีครับ Hello Good morning สวัสดีตอนนี้ในตัวเมืองน่าจะฝนตกหนักใช่ไหมผมเห็นข่าวอยู่แต่บ้างมันก็ตกเหมือนกันนะครับก็ถ้าอยู่ๆสตรีมมันดับก็ตามนั้นแหละครับ ก็คือไปเรียบร้อยนะครับไปแล้วนะครับแล้วคงไม่กลับมาสตรีมด้วยนะครับก็คือมันดับก็ดับอะครับก็หวังว่าไฟจะไม่ดับนะสวัสดีครับ Hello Good morning วันนี้เราก็คอมงานเหมือนเดิมแล้วก็มีเบรกดาวงานนิดหน่อยนะครับน่าจะแค่ช่วงต้นนี่แหละHello Good morning so it's raining right now. It's actually really heavy raining, so I'm not really sure whether our electricity is going to go out or not. So if like well the stream got cut off abruptly, then well I actually put a rain sound in my stream as well, and it's actually raining, and the video is raining too. God damn, this is such a vibe. Right, so we're going to have a compositing breakdown. It's actually this work that you are looking right now. It's this car one. And then I'm going to do my university work. Right. Let's get started. So we have this. This is actually done in Cinema 4D. It's not done in After Effects. So let me open this file. Might take a lot of time to load this. It's really, time consuming. Probably should change this to viewport. Holy, this is so slow. Oh, there we are. Okay, so we have this. So if you are using Cinema 4D, which is, I think it is bundled with After Effects. So you can go to File. Hold on, let me check. I don't want to accidentally. Hold on. Yeah, okay. Right, so you can go to File, New, and then Mass on the Cinema 4D file. If you click on this, it's going to open the Cinema 4D. Right. I think it is already bundled with After Effects. I'm pretty sure. Right, because you have like this Cinema 4D render right here. But typically, if you are using the Cinema 4D, you don't really need to change this to like the renderer, like Cinema 4D render. You can just keep classic 3D because all the 3D will be handled in Cinema 4D. We are using a Cineware, which lets you import the 3D file directly into After Effects, and you can use this camera right here, like this AE camera, and you can move things around. See? It's really cool. The first time that I discovered this, I just like, Eureka! God damn, I can do a lot of stuff with this, right? And you can rotate this and stuff, right? Or you can create a camera in Cinema 4D, and then just click on here, like Cinema 4D camera. But typically, I would like to use the After Effects camera because you can add like a lot of effects that really depends on like the 3D scenes. So let's say you want to add particle world, which is the one I'm using in this work. Particle world, this one. And as you can see, it behaves like it has like the accurate perspective right here, which is really cool. Have I used AXR file in AE? I have never used it before. What is it? Right, so you can move this around, which is really cool. Right here, yeah, the perspective stays the same, and if you move the camera, it moves with it at both, as you can see here. Really cool. Right, so let me open my Cinema 4D file, which is this one. Well, in my opinion, I kind of think that it looks like Blender for me. So if you already have like a Blender knowledge, it's going to be very easy for you. The version that we're using is Cinema 4D Lite. The main difference with the Cinema 4D Studio is the limitations of its function. So Lite has a lot of stuff removed, but in my opinion, I kind of feel like it's already good enough because most of the thing, like most of the effects, will be handled in After Effects anyway. This is more like just creating like a 3D scenes. So I did not create this model by myself. I downloaded from like from the internet. I don't remember the website. Right, which is really cool. You can apply a lot of like the materials and stuff right here. Right. So I'm pretty sure that the studio version has more functions to this, but like I kind of feel like this is already good enough. Like you have reflectance, transparency, luminance. This is already good enough. Like you have bump too, which is really cool. Right, and you can also render in here as well. You can click on here, it's going to render the scene. Right, but anything else will be handled in After Effects, especially the glow. Like most of the glow are done in After Effects right here. This glow are done in After Effects. This mood and zone is also in After Effects. The rain as well. So the way I do it is I use After Effects to render. I don't use Cinema 4D to render. And let's say I just want the car. Let me take this out. Let's say I just want the car. I don't really want all of these background elements. I can just disable this right here. Let me disable everything. Nope. Alright, so you disable everything. You hit save first, like refresh this, go back to here, and you should have, you know, a plain car. It's going to take a while for it to render. That's crazy. Yeah, I know. I think it's really powerful because, okay, there we are. Here, you can see you have only one car. You can move. You can still move camera around, right? So here are two things that you can do. First, you can use this to, let's say, map out your background's animation. Right, so if you are animating like an action sequence, you can use this technique to like accurately map how your character are going to move, because you can freely move this camera in After Effects. And since it is really like it's really good blending like 2D and 3D together. Like, let me bring my character here. So this is my character. To remove everything here. Right, so here I have a character right here. You can just enable 3D on this, and if the camera moves, your character is going to move as well, as you can see. See, it moves. And it just sticks, right? It just, like, it behaves like real 3D. However, I think this is depending on, like, your camera movement too. If you kind of like move this up, then the illusion is kind of breaks, as you can see. So like it's still in like a very fixed camera. So my suggestions would be to like reanimate the character by yourself, but you can do all the 3D scenes in After Effects and Cinema 4D first. Then you can put the character on top, which is what I did here. I animate everything, I go to Clip Studio, and then just like, I just draw it in there, something like that. And another thing is what I'm doing right now, which is like to actually blend 2D and 3D together seamlessly. Yeah, and that's how I do it. Oh yeah, I didn't mention this. So you can just go to here and then just, oh, not that one. just render this in like a pass, and you're going to get like the car mask. And with this, you can add in a lot of effects. So let's say you want to add like a render on top of the car, you can just do that. Because it's pretty much just like you move the car layer up, like you duplicate the car layer, you move it up, and then you add like some fractal noise in. And that's going to give you like a raindrop effects. And yeah, the aesthetics that I'm going with this work is like the Night Runners. It's a game. So it's gonna be like a camcorder thing, right? That's those kind of aesthetic. So there are going to be a lot of noise. I've seen people complain about noise as well, which I totally agree. Like there are a lot of noise in this, and when you post this on social media, it's going to get compressed a lot, and it's going to give you like a lot of like artifacts and stuff. Yeah, so the quality is going to drop a lot. I am still developing this style. I think I can tweak a little bit more. I mean, not a little bit, like a lot more. Especially with this flare and stuff. It's not stylized enough. Like, you can see like this is like a line flare, but I think you can play with this a bit more. If this goes really successful and I want to continue doing this, then I will start making another project for my second semester, because the project that we are working right now is for first semester. We still have to do another project on our second semester. However, it depends, right? You don't really have to do 2 projects. You can just do 1 project, but that project has to be a bit longer, which I don't really want to do. So I decided to make 2 projects instead. Right, so this is all about this work. Also, models are free. I downloaded from like the internet and stuff. And in here, like I use a sketch fab, right? And there are a lot of like objects that you can download, and you can apply materials directly in here. So I think you can create something by yourself in here as well. Probably not going to be that, that detailed, since I don't really see the modes to like create. It's more like you put elements in here. You make some camera movement and stuff. It's not really good for sculpting and modeling and stuff. I don't think that's good. Yeah. So that's pretty much it for this work. ถ้าผมต้องการซูมตัวละครออกต้องวาดใหม่หรือใช้กล้องครับซูมตัวละครออกเหรอครับมันมี2แบบคือถ้าซูมตัวละครมันจะมีเขาเรียกว่า animator zoom ครับคือแบบเราวาดเองทีละเฟรมไปเรื่อยๆมันขึ้นอยู่กับสถานการณ์ครับถ้าเน้นแบบแอคชั่นจ๋าๆเลยผมแนะนำว่าให้ทำเป็นแบบแอนิเมตมือไปเลยก็คือแบบวาดไปทีละเฟรมอย่างเงี้ยครับแต่ว่าถ้าเกิดแบบว่าอะไรอ่ะถ้าต้องการที่จะประหยัดเวลาอย่างเงี้ยครับเราก็สามารถที่จะใช้ซูมใน AE ได้ครับแล้วแต่สถานการณ์ครับแต่ผมแนะนำว่าถ้ามุมกล้องมันใกล้อ่ะสมมติมันใกล้อย่างเงี้ยแล้วเราอยากจะถอยออกไปอ่ะผมแนะนำว่าให้เราวาดเอาดีกว่าคือพอยิ่งใกล้แล้วถ้าเราแบบทวีนมานะครับมันไม่ค่อยสวยDo you think there is a similar way to do it in Blender? I'm not really sure. I think there is, but the only problem with that is it's not going to be like integrated like Cinema 4D. Like you are not going to have like this plugins directly in After Effects that you can like move your camera in After Effects. I don't think you can do that with Blender. So I think you can do more complex stuff with Blender, but at the same time, you need to have a better planning, in my opinion, because you have to know exactly what type of camera work you would like to do. But the Cinema 4D is free. I think the light version is free. It's bundled with After Effects, so I think it's free. You can just like go to New and then here. So if you already have like After Effects, I would say you should check it out. It's really cool. The first time that I used it, it's a bit confusing, right? But like 2 or 3 times later, I kind of feel like it's really easy to use, in my opinion. Right, so I think that's going to be it. Then I'm going to start compositing my work. So right now we only have 2 cuts remaining. It's going to be really fast. We are almost done. We are almost done. Alright, so it's this scene. ขอบคุณสำหรับแกงไก่ทอดครับวิ Right. Let's get started. Still, if you have any other questions, just let me know. I'm happy to answer. I'm happy to answer. So this card is going to be like some light interactions. Like there's gonna be like a fade in lights and stuff. So what I'm doing right now is to separate the color. So on our main layer, it has to be only base color. Go. Then blur is here.นี่เราคอมงานนะไม่มีอะไรมันมหาลัยของพวกเราเหลืออีก2คัดนะครับไม่รวมวันนี้นะเหลืออีก2คัดนะจะได้ดูแล้วก็คงได้ดูช่วงสิ้นเดือนนะครับน่าจะมาสิ้นเดือนนะเดือนนี้งานเยอะที่หมาเลยนะผมเห็นกองงานที่ตัวเองจะต้องทำแล้วก็ไม่รู้จะดีใจหรือเสียใจดีใจที่ก็ได้เงินเยอะดีเพราะว่างานเยอะชิบไปเลยเสียใจที่มันเยอะไปไหมวะใหม่มันควรจะเป็นใหม่มันควรจะเป็นอะไรดูแล้วกันเวลาพี่ชายทำแอนิเมชันทำให้เสร็จไปเลยทีละคัทหรือทำพร้อมกันไปทีละส่วนครับถ้าไปถามพวกทีมทำแอนิเมชันอ่ะเขาจะบอกว่าให้ทำเสร็จไปแบบทั้งหมดเลยอย่างเงี้ยครับกูพูดอะไรกูไอ้กูก็พูดไม่รู้เรื่องเลยคือแบบเขาต้องทำพร้อมๆกันนะครับแต่ละคนจะรันขั้นตอนของตัวเองแต่ว่าถ้าเกิดทำงานตัวเองอ่ะอย่างผมทำงานส่วนตัวผมจะทำไปทีละส่วนแบบว่าคัดนี้ก็ทำคัดนี้เสร็จทำอันนี้เสร็จปุ๊บเข้าไปทำคัดถัดไปอย่างเงี้ยครับผมใช้วิธีนี้เพราะว่าส่วนตัวผมมองว่าทำให้มันเสร็จทีละคัดอ่ะผมรู้สึกงานมันออกมาสวยกว่าสำหรับผมนะ แต่วิธีนี้จะมีข้อเสียครับคือถ้าเราใช้ระบบทำงานแบบนี้ครับงานจะไม่นิ่งหมายความว่ามันจะมีบางคัดที่สีสวยชิบเป่งเลยแล้วก็คัดถัดมาที่แบบอะไรเนี่ยอย่างเงี้ย what the hell is that อย่างเงี้ยแหละถ้าอยากได้ความคงที่ของงานเราต้องทำให้เสร็จไปทีละขั้นครับก็คือ layout เสร็จ layout ก็ in b ก็ตัดเส้นก็ลงสีค่อยคอมอย่างเงี้ยครับทำทุกคัดให้เสร็จภายในขั้นตอนนั้นๆเนี่ยอันเนี้ยเพราะว่าพอมาถึงเวลาคอมมันคอมรวดเดียวงานมันจะนิ่งครับแล้วเนื่องจากผมทำเป็นพวกทีวีอยู่แล้วอ่ะผมก็เลยไม่ค่อยอะไรเท่าไหร่เพราะไงกูไม่ได้รอเรื่องที่อะไรแล้วกูเน้นขายภาพ เราเน้นภาพไม่เน้นเข้าใจใหญ่เลยนะผมไม่ได้มาดูนานกลับมาดูอีกทีอินเตอร์ไปแล้ว พอดีผู้ชมจากต่างประเทศเข้ามากันเยอะครับน่าจะผมแคร้งมันหน่อยดีกว่ามันเป็นฉากไฟไหม้ฮะถามว่าไหม้อะไรไม่รู้เหมือนกันนะดูว่าอยากทำฉากไฟไหม้เรื่องนี้อย่างเดียวครับที่คุณไม่ต้องคิดครับคือเนื้อเรื่องครับเพราะแม่งไม่มีนะผมแค่คิดว่าอันนี้มันสวยดีอันนั้นมันสวยดีเฉยๆแค่นั้นเลยครับดังนั้นกูไม่รู้เหมือนกันครับว่ากูทำอะไรลงไปนะเพราะว่ามันสวยดีเฉยแล้วก็ posterize time ไปนะเพื่อทำให้มันให้ดูเหมือนว่ากูขยันไปอย่างนั้นแหละแต่จริงๆก็ไม่หรอกครับยึกยักแบบนี้น่าจะเยอะไปใหญ่เลยเล่นบ่อยๆฮะตอนนี้สถานการณ์ไม่แน่นอนนะคอมดับขึ้นมาก็นอนครับโอเคงั้นผมแยกสีดีกว่าเรามีผู้ชายก่อนแล้วกันขีดอันเดียว2 อันถูกละ2 อันผมต้องเบอร์เทคนิคบ้านเก่าก็เขาเลือกขีดอันเดียวแล้วก็อันนี้ก็ตัวคำถามคือมันได้ไหมเนี่ยอ๋อได้อยู่โอเคต้องใช้ collab transformation นะมันจะได้อ่านค่าด้านล่างให้ นี้เราก็ใช้สูตรบ้านๆนะครับสูตรเดิมนะสูตรเดิมที่บ้านจะได้เป็นเบอร์ไปไหนอ่านไปดิจริงพอทำไปทำมาผมเริ่มไม่ค่อยอินกับตอนแรกที่นั่งทำเทคนิคแล้วผมว่าก็อินดีแต่ว่าพอทำไปสักพักหนึ่งผมเริ่มรู้สึกแม่งเสียเวลาที่เป็นนะมันต้องมาแบบมาร์กทีละจุดทดสอบความอดทนผมมันจะใช้บัตรสโตรกในการทำไอตัว texture นี้ให้มันขึ้นมาเนี่ยพอเราได้ texture อย่างนี้แล้วอ่ะที่เหลือที่เราต้องทำก็คือแค่ mask มันครับส่วนมากที่นี่ผมใช้กับภาพนิ่งเนาะพวกภาพนิ่งทั้งหลายผมใช้อันนี้หมดเลยนะงานมันดูน่าสนใจขึ้นเนาะมันดูมีอะไรให้ดูอ่ะมันดูเหมือนกับมันดูไม่เหมือนบูล็อกอย่างนั้นลบออกกันว่าเดี๋ยวสปอยเลอร์เห็นไหมล่ะเมื่อกี้นะไม่ทันแล้วแต่ไม่เป็นไรดูไม่ทันหรอกใช่ไหมเมื่อกี้มันคือคัดสุดท้ายครับคัดปิดเรื่องก็หวังว่าทุกคนจะดูไม่ทันนะไม่งั้นทุกคนก็จะเห็นสปอยล์แล้วก็ถ้างานโดนสปอยล์มันก็จะไม่น่าตื่นเต้นปัญหาคือกูเนี่ยครับกูเนี่ยแหละคนสปอยล์นะกูนี่แหละเก็บความลับไม่เก่งนะ ผมชอบไอ้ดำๆนี่มากกว่าเก็บนี้ไว้แล้วกันนี่เท่อะไอ้แสงนี้จริงๆทำอย่างนี้ก็ไม่ถูกงั้นเรานี้เก็บนี่ไว้ก่อนเดี๋ยวมานั่งทำอีกรอบทำแยกชิ้นไปดีกว่าอันนี้มันติดมาแค่อันเดียวล่ะคือwhat กูทำผิดอันนี้เหยียบทึบปีกระป่วยตรงมาติดแล้วยังไม่หายหายไวนะครับเป็นอะไรไปเจออะไรมางานนี้เสร็จผมก็ต้องไปทำงานบอสตอนตรงแม่งเนื้อหอมที่หายเงิน เงินไหลมาเทมาช่วงนี้แล้วก็ไม่ค่อยได้นอนนะตอนนี้ตาดำหมดแล้วนะครับหมายถึงขอบตานะดำหมดแล้วไก่สิ้นชีพถ้าคืนนี้ยังไม่ได้นอนอีกนี่น่าจะตายนะติดอะไรวะนี่มันติดอะไรวะ What the hell นี่อ๋อโอเครับทราบมีเรื่องนี่ผมก็จะมาดูตรงนี้ต่อจริงเห็นมีคนทักมาหลังไมค์บอกว่ามันจะมีปลั๊กอินที่ทำของพวกนี้แบบอัตโนมัติให้อยู่นะเป็นของ P-Soft นะปัญหาคือเสียเงินไม่ใช่ปัญหาหรอกครับจะไปซื้อก็ได้เลยแต่ไว้ก่อนแล้วกันขอเล่นในพวกที่มีอยู่ตอนนี้ให้สะใจกันอีกเรียนมาให้น้อยที่สุดเอ้าจบละนี่แล้วก็เนี่ยหลังๆมันก็เป็นแค่นี้ครับแล้วก็ไปเรื่อยๆเยอะเหลือเกินมันต้องทำไปทีละส่วนไปเรื่อยๆมันก็เลยเป็นเหตุผลที่นี่จะเป็นเทคนิคที่ผมใช้กับงานภาพนิ่งนะจริงจะทำส่วนเดียวกันเลยก็ได้แต่ว่ามันไม่ละเอียดเลยแบบนี้จะละเอียดกว่าก็วางไอ้เนื้อดำนี่ผมว่าเท่อยู่แล้วคิดว่าน่าจะไม่ยุ่งอะไรกับมันเยอะเท่ดิผมชอบผมว่าไม่ต้องแมสอะไรทั้งนั้นผมว่านี่ดีละสวยดิดูอินเทนส์สิอันนี้ก็ผม ร้อยนะคนอีผู้ชายนี่ก็เสร็จละผมล้อเล่นครับยังไม่เสร็จมีขั้นตอนหนึ่งนั่นก็คือเบลอไอ้ตัวนี้ต้องเบลอขอบสร้างกราเดียนเท่ๆให้รีเฟกนี่ก็เปลี่ยนเป็นกรีนซะเรียบร้อยแล้วเราก็ทีเนี้ยพอผมทำตรงนี้เสร็จก็จะค่อยๆเริ่มแต่งสีละรอบนี้ก็คือจะใช้เบนโหมดทำงานละปกติเวลาผมทำงานผมจะไม่ค่อยใช้ normal ทำเนาะส่วนมากก็จะเปิดเบนโหมดทำไปเลยนะ Hi Tori, hello. Welcome. I'm doing a compositing right now. If you have any questions, just let me know. ไปก่อนในวันนี้เปื่อยพักผ่อนครับหายดีแล้วค่อยกลับมาเจอกันก็ได้ครับขอบคุณมากที่เข้ามาหายไวๆนะครับทีนี้ก็ผมข้างบนอ๋อลืม I forgot about this. Forgot. ลืมผมตรงนี้นะดีอันนี้ผมเปิดไว้นี่แล้วกันเท่ดีเป็นดีเฟกต์ไม่ต้องแต่งอะไรนี่สวยดี How do I import 3D files into AE without them being weird size and texture? I just did not. I didn't do it. I already. Oh my god, that voice crack. Holy. I already talked about this like at the start of our stream. So actually, I use Cinema 4D. This one. I think it is already bundled with After Effects. Like you can try go to File, New, and then this one, Cinema 4D file, and try to play with this. So the method that I use here is to do like 3D related stuff in here, and then like you can import the Cinema 4D file into here. And then you can put in the camera and you can move things around. I think it also enables you to, you know, animate stuff in here too. Like there is like a keyframes right here, like here, as you can see. This is like a keyframes, pretty much the same with After Effects. Right, so like you can go to at the start, click on here, go to the end, click this again, and then you move. And things should start animating. Nope, I lied. Sometimes I don't know. Oh, yeah. Click on this. It's a bit confusing, right? Oh, there we go. Yeah, something like this. So I don't like at first. I do every 3D stuff in After Effects, but after the discovery of this, I kind of think that I don't really have to create like that crystal shape in AE anymore. You can just launch Cinema 4D, create, mesh, and let's say you want to create a crystal shape, just go to mesh, platonic, and you get this instantly, right? And you might ask, then how do I put this back into After Effects, which is really easy. So let's say I have like a 3D scenes. You can just drag it in here, right? And it's going to launch Cineware, right? And you're going to have this 3D scenes right here. And you can create a camera, right? And go to the Cineware. And then on the camera, just select the center comp camera. And then you should now be able to move things around with camera, as you can see. It's really cool. You can move stuff. Yeah, and that's how I do it. And you can select the renderer and stuff too. Like if you are rendering stuff with like a very complex thing, you can just go to the renderer and then set this to viewport. I don't think you can see anything here. It's because of like the lighting and stuff. But like, yeah, this is how I typically do things nowadays. I didn't change the camera. Oh yeah, you have to use the comp camera. So it really depends, right? So if you decided to create a camera in here, then you must use the camera in Cinema 4D. However, if you would like to like use a AE camera, then you have to change it as well. Which I really recommend. I kind of feel like if you use the camera in AE, it lets you manipulate the cell, like the character cell, like the 2D cells a bit more, you know, naturally. And you won't get that weird glitch in, or the weird perspective shift and stuff. Plus you can, you know, add a lot of like 3D stuff into, like you can create like a 3D plane and stuff, like this one. Yeah, and it's going to be the same as your camera. So I typically use that with the particle world, because it is really cool to see like your camera move and then the particle just stay floating without like the perspective shift. Most of the time, like if you want to use a particle world, especially for the cuts where the camera is moving a lot and you don't really have that camera data, it's going to be very troublesome for you to like actually mapping your particle to be in the exact perspective, which is really hard. With this, however, you can just create one camera and then just call it a day, because you can rest assured that every single thing that you include, like the 3D stuff, is going to be the same perspective. Really cool. What happened to this now? Why do I have to... What happened to my After Effects? Hold on. Workspace. Where? I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, I think it's here. Okay. Continue. Green. วันนี้เพิ่งไป Open House Camp มาครับ What ไม่ Open House ได้เหรอ ผมยังไม่เห็นรู้เรื่องเลย เป็นไงบ้างครับสนุกไหมปีนี้ผมไม่ได้ไปครับเพราะว่าอยู่บ้านใจผมอยู่เชียงใหม่แต่ตัวผมอยู่บ้าน Thank you Turing, you're welcome. I need to play with the particle world some more. You should. You can create a lot of stuff with that. But did you know you can create like a smoke, a rain? I think the rain is pretty obvious, but the smoke, the fire, tornado. You can do a tornado with particle world for some reason. You can do a lot of stuff with that. So I think the dude, the locked in dude, is, I think he's done. Maybe, I'm not sure. So let me separate this. So hash right here is like the shorter version of highlight, and I'm just lazy. So S is a shadow, H is a highlight, R is a reflect. So for the highlight, it's going to be pragmatic this. Put the Luma mat on and it should move. There we go. He's locked in. I don't really know why he is locked in, but he is locked in. Don't ask about context. I don't know. I don't know either. I just think that dude looks cool. That's it. There we go. I think you can play with this a bit more. I did make some firewing with particle world. It was a lot of playing around though. It's good. Like, I kind of feel like if you want to create something original, you have to play around a lot. Like this card thing, I do admit that I download this from like the free module and stuff. But like the rest is just like playing. It took me like 2 whole days just to figure shit out. Because the first time I launched this, how do I add a material? Right, there are a lot of like steps and stuff. But you will get the hang of it, I'm pretty sure. You know, playing around is like the fun of doing After Effects, don't you think? Right, so I'm going to comp with this girl, which I don't really have a name. I'm such a terrible story writer. I don't even know her name. I just think that, yep, white hair, long ears, looks cool. That's it. I don't think much about this. Hold on, let me change it to yellow. Color code this a bit because it's going to be very confusing later on. Okay. So the same. But it's difficult if you don't understand visual effects. I'm practicing though. You and Saturn have been the huge help. Thank you. You know, actually, I follow Saturn for quite a while. Before I even start doing visual effects, I think his style of like doing stuff in AE looked really cool. And that's why I also started learning visual effects. He's a big inspiration for me. Like, there are lots of my friends talking about him. You know that feeling when like you see someone do like things that you don't think they could pull off in After Effects or like in any other program? It really fries, holy shit. Like it really fires you up. Not fries like deep fries. I can't pronounce things. Okay. Man, this is so time consuming. Holy. You have to do this for each and every single color. Imagine like you have 20 colors. Holy. But I think the result looks really cool. It gives you that, you know, paintery effect, which I really like. And my keyboard has died. Hold on. Why do modern keyboards require a fucking Bluetooth? Jesus. Okay. Oh. Please? Okay. It's gonna be like the fire scene. Like there's gonna be like an ember flying around, spark. I still do not get how you separate the highlights with the color range so nicely every time. I don't know either. It's just like, I don't know. You know, you put in color range, right? And you can just color pick this. I don't know. It just seems to work for me. I don't know, man. Oh, now it's not working. Oh. What is going on? Oh, there we go. Sometimes color range is just like tweaking out. Okay, there we go. Now with the reflex. Map. Oh, I think it's about the color as well. Like, because I use a very distinct color, like the tone of these two colors are not really the same, right? So this is like a warmer tone, and this one is like a more cooler tone. So color range works really great when you have like a very different range in color. So say I do that, yeah, you can. It can just like separate nicely. But if you have a very similar color, then it's going to be, you know, a bit harder for it to detect or remove that color. I think, my theory. Oh. Why is it like this? Hold on. Oh, forgot. Okay. Go. Maybe actually, yeah, I think that's it. Because I'm aware of this issue, so that's the reason why I decided to, you know, use a very sharp, bright color, and then I just going to change this color later on. Wait, why don't I just use this? Or right. It's gonna be a bit of a problem right here. Hold on. There is a, I think you can, yeah, you can do it like this, I think. Color change. Mask this out. Oh, I forgot about this. Might be the last color, I think. I just remember, holy shit. Right. So another thing that I forgot is you have to use the mini line loop paint to remove the line too. I guess it's already too late. It's not too late. I can just, do it the hard way. I can push this in. But I don't think it's going to help anything. Let's see. It kind of did. Okay, fine. Might have to do it the hard way. I forgot about this. This is really important because if you want to play with the line, you need to, like, for this specific technique, you need to like recolor off the line first, so you don't get these kind of like gap. It needs to be something like this, like on here too. Yeah, it's gonna be on every single part. I forgot about this. Now we have to re-add this. It's a very small difference, but like it's a very crucial difference in my opinion. I think for the girl is done. I think I'm going to work on this dude, cool guy. Oh Jesus, or a farming dude. Okay. What's up? Hello. Good morning. Oh, no. So tedious. Holy. It can take me like 10 years. But the difference is going to be night and day. You'll see why in a sec. Hold on. After I manually put this in like 100,000 layers. I mean, if you have any, quicker way to do, like to assign all of these plugins, please let me know. It's going to help me out a lot. I'm pretty sure that there is a way for me to like add this like really quickly. Oh, it's gonna be a problem. Yeah. So I cannot do it on here, I think. Probably because of the line. I decided to use like a texture line for this. So normally you would do like the texture line in After Effects, but I kind of want that aesthetic in the drawings alone. Holy, it's gonna take like 10 years. Okay, let's see. I think the hair has to be changed. Hold on. I think you can do this in here, unfortunately. This is kind of good enough in my opinion. Let me try this out. So just pretty much just like a separation of the line. If you do this, you're going to get the same results. It looks the same. However, if you reduce your opacity down, you are going to see all of this like, you know, fill edge, which is going to give you a lot more texture in your work. It's a very subtle difference, but it is useful, I think. It's crucial. Then there we go. Alright, so now I think we already add every single thing. So we are going to start composite. Actually, composite is the main reason for this stream. So we have this. It won't even run. Like, so many layers. Did you make the car yourself? Nope, it's an import model. I wish to have the knowledge to make a car by myself too. It's gonna be really cool. I don't have the knowledge to build anything by myself just yet. So, better bokeh. Come on. There we go. Put this on top. Get the character. Going to make a blur map for this. To minimax. To extend the edge. Then gloss in blur. Then pre-comp this. Name this a map. Then do this. Why is it like this? Hold on. Oh, right. I forgot to get classic view issue. There we go. Okay. Now I'm gonna have this. There we go. Now it should start blur. And now I'm going to start adding in the glow. I kind of think that you can't put this here. I'm gonna remove that. Okay. Yep, the glow moves and stuff. Okay, cool. Right, so you spam this. Now we have this. Then for our main character right here, multiply. Did I forget to make it fur? Nope, maybe not. Why is it not really bright? Hold on, let me see. It should be really bright. Is it because of you? Interesting. Okay, so it's because of the noise. Let's see. Okay, it's a bit brighter now. Cool. The same with her. So if it's brighter, you have to increase more contrast. But as you can see, it kind of, overbleed, so you can see some color bleeds into the black line, which is something that I'm looking forward to. Okay, the skin is already good. I'm going to add a solid. Map this with A. Nope, not you. Okay. Ramp. It's gonna be like a reflect color. Up here. What the sigma? What is going on? Hold on. Okay. Alright. Gonna take like 10 years to render. Probably because of like all of the free comps we have. On to the girl. looking really good. Kind of like this deep red. It's a bit too red, but like kind of like it. Yeah, something like this looks really cool. Highlight. There we go. Do a dodge. Now we get the eye. And for this one, it'll be normal screen. One color. Shit is so bright, holy. Oh my days. Brighter than the sun. It's still too bright, but like, okay, it's a bit better, I guess. How did I go about studying color, particularly like for unique personalized lighting? Probably something I need to really upgrade, but I don't know how to approach. Well, I actually start learning art first before I do compositing. Kind of feel like if you understand some color theory, you're going to be a little bit better in like compositing and stuff. It is one rule that I like to use is to use one dominant color, and then the rest is going to be something like you kind of follow it up. So let's say for this work, you use, oh my god, Jesus Christ. So like in this work, I use a very strong red. Will I stop doing this? Hold on. Oh, it's a map, I think. So like in this work, I use a very strong red. So to counterbalance that, I use a sky to be a bit more blue right here, which I have to tune it a bit more. So like that's how it typically goes, or like how I approach things. Select one dominant color first, and then probably use like a complementary color. So let's say red and green, blue, something like that. But learning some color theory is going to help you a lot, in my opinion. Want the characters to be a bit like this. Looks really cool. Probably going to be too dark though. Yeah, you cannot really see what's going on. But you know what? I kind of like this, so I'm just going to keep it like this for now. Looks really fucking dramatic. I'm going to go back to the sky and make it a bit more darker. Going to lower the horizons, or maybe turn. Yeah. Probably going to change this highlight to be blue, I think, and that's going to counterbalance like the amount of like red or yellowish right here. Let's see. Hair reflect. Hair refract. There we go. blue. Fur has to change. Okay, it's a little bit more balanced. Still, I kind of feel like the glow is too much. I think. Gotta tone it down a bit. Yeah, something like this is better. Maybe 400. How long did I take to be good at art? I still don't think I'm good at art, but like this is probably my 7th year. It took me 6 years. I mean, not 6 years. I think I started drawing, you know, intensely around the year of COVID. So how long was that? 2019. I think I started to take art very seriously around 2019. For an animation, I think around 3 years. Yeah, I do animations later on. Like I start doing like illustration first, and then I switched to an animation, and then I got, you know, very discouraged, and then I start doing a compositing. So I can still animate stuff, but not in like a Sakuga degrees, I think. It's mostly just like a very simple movement and stuff. Like some hair movement, yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm not going to say that I'm good, because I'm not. Pretty sure that there are a lot of stuff that I have to refine. But another thing that I discovered is if you like manage to get into some kind of like an industry, so for me it's like an animation industry, typically in like a compositing part, you're going to get good really fast. Right, because you now have like a time limit or like a deadlines and stuff that you have to work on. Plus you have to like develop your own style to be able to like do stuff quicker and faster. And I think that's going to push you a lot, and you are going to be good in no time. Like there are two ways. Either you do it by yourself, like you self-study, or you push yourself into like an industry, and that's going to like let you learn a bit quicker. Oh my god, I'll have to grind so much to get to your level. I just started. Yeah, at my startup journey, I think like you. I have the same feeling like you. Like, holy shit, everyone is like so far ahead of me. But at the end of the day, I kind of feel like this is like your own journey. Like other people, it's just more like a milestone for you. But I kind of think that you don't really have to care that much. At the end of the day, it is your own like journey. It is your own learning progress. So I kind of think that it really depends on you. It doesn't have to do with anyone else, I think. And yeah, I kind of feel like art takes a lot of time to be good. You might see some people do really well in like 1 year or 2 years, but I think behind the scenes, they might have a very good coaching. Like I kind of think that instructor play a big part in your learning journey as well. If you have a very good instructor, you're going to learn really quick, really fast. compared to like you kind of do things on your own, it's gonna be much slower. I think because of like I like to do things on my own, it took me like 6 years. Maybe in your case, it might take you only like 2 years or 1 year. It really depends. It really depends. But skin. I think I have to change this to blue. Not sure will it work or not. Let's see. Yeah, kinda like this new look. Kinda balance things out. I forgot about the reflection in his eye. Hold on. Which layer is it? Okay, this one. Yeah, that red thing right there. Time to make that a highlight. It's going to be and then rough and edge. Rough and edge. Oh, by the way, grow a garden. I think they updated the game today. It's not really relevant. I just thought of it. Like it just came up to my mind. Is it necessary though? Like, do we really need this? I kind of like the looks of this. Like, you know, he's fucking dead inside. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it like this. Okay, and now we start with the effects. Right, so it's just the classic particle work. Because what else would you need if you already have a particle work? This is everything you need to do everything. Maybe, I don't know. There we go. I have no instructor, I'm just drawing and looking at tutorials. Yeah, you're the same as me. I mean, it really depends, as I said, right? You don't really need to pay, or you don't really need instructor as well. It really depends on you. You might learn stuff, or you might pick up something much quicker than someone else. It's like an unfair advantage. Like for me, I think it is like an After Effects. I kind of feel like I picked this up and kind of learned this in like a very quick and very smooth. I don't feel like I face a lot of like trouble doing this stuff. However, it took me fucking 6 years just to get things right for drawing, right? So everyone have their own unfair advantage, I think. I'm going from an 80 animations to art. I think it's going to be difficult. I kind of think that it's the same. Like, try to think of this. Like, if you start doing art first, especially like drawings and stuff, and you move to After Effects, you're going to have a lot of troubles learning like a lot of tools and stuff. Right? You might take a lot of like 1 year, 2 years just to be proficient at the program. It doesn't have any, you know, set rules. Swirl, nope. Swirly, nope. Viscous, nope. You know what? I'm just gonna use fire. Why not? Okay, so change this to like a ball. Where is the ball? Ball. There we go. Okay, now we have this. Make it a bit slower because it looks really funny if you move really quick. It doesn't look really dramatic if it moves too quick. Resistance. Lower the gravity. There we go. And then lower the resistance a bit more. I lied. Okay. Okay, something like that. Yeah, true. Like it's more like a double-edged sword. Right, so if you start learning AE first, then you're going to have a lot of like skills already. And then you just do art like another mastery. And then when you decided to combine these two together, you're going to be a bit quicker in terms of like doing After Effects animation. Because you already have that knowledge, don't you think? Okay, now we have this. Then roughen edge to make it a bit more sharper. There we go. I think I'm going to start doing like a camera movement. Can I do it though? Not really. Gotta collapse all of this. There we go. Collapse, collapse, collapse. Extend this. Let's see if it works. It should work. Nope, it doesn't work. Okay, this is gonna be a bit of a problem. You know what? Never mind. Good. I think so as well, but the drawing technique, I started last Sunday, I can just bury it out ahead with a bad visual. Bro, you start last Sunday. Do you think that this kind of like, you know, skill took you like 1 month to master? Do you really think like that? Dude, this kind of skill will take you like at least a year. Trust me, art is something that you like, it's going to take you a lot of time. I can guarantee you that. Like, you don't really have to like stress out about that. It's okay. I can guarantee that art going to take you like a lot longer than you expect. And I can guarantee that this is not your fault. It's something that every artist is going to face. I'm pretty sure of that. I was gonna add you for some as well, but someone told me I can't add you certain stuff because of a colossal contract. Oh yeah, if it's something related to like the colossal course or the lesson, then I cannot ask about that. I mean, what am I saying? Then you cannot ask, or you can ask, but I cannot really answer. But anything else you can, like some drawing techniques and stuff, you can do that. Going to parent this with the B, so we can move this around. There we go. Just gonna add a little bit of that parallax. And I immediately got it wrong. Hold on. I have to move this side. So this is the limit. So I'm going to move her a bit closer. I don't really recommend you to do the camera work like this. It's more like an afterthought. So like, you're going to run into a lot of problems, especially like if you use like a transform and stuff. Okay, there we go. Easy camera movement. How old am I? I am 21. The famous goofy number. I am on my 4th year in my college or my university. I'm not really sure how do you like call a university or college. I don't know, because goofy thing about my university or college is like it's actually in a college, but it's a college inside university. I don't know, so then I don't know how do you call this. I think I'm going to use like this one to separate, and then go back to there. Now we're going to play with the focal distance. So we're going to start focusing on who should it to start first. I think the girl makes more sense. So like this, and then once the camera moves, you're going to shift into the dude. Here we go. Then Lumetri. Now for this, I have to set this to full. I thought I'm like 26. Why do you think that? You're 1 year older than me. Age doesn't matter. Trust me. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. I want a filter that is going to be like a very dramatic, like tone. Probably this one. I lied. I don't know. After 2 years, I still have no idea how these filters are meant to use. I have no fucking idea, no fucking clue. I just, you know, maybe this one, because it has a word key, and I click on it and it doesn't work. Yeah, it looks orange. I don't like this. Oh wow. Okay. Then I'm keeping this. Okay, cool. I like this. But I think it's crushed the brightness a lot. So let's go to here, highlights. Okay, there we go. I think I have to add a little bit of like this, you know, glow. Where are you? Please. Layer management is really something you have to look into, I think. I kind of think that it starts to look very messy. How do I fix this? Let's see. What about low max? Doesn't change anything. Okay. Probably because of the filter. It kind of makes it a bit more filmic, so it crushes all of this brightness. How would I fix this? I mean, red looks cool. It's more fitting in my opinion. I'm just gonna use red, why not? And particle. Size is too small, cannot really see. Use color dodge or add the gap, yeah. then since we are doing like a fire effect, it needs to have like a darker amber. So this one, and then change the seed. I'm going to put this behind both of them. And probably push this more inwards. Fix this noise a bit. Okay. So another light should start like to flicker and stuff. I think you have to add like a more soft light below everything. So like the scene is like within the fire. So you have this yellow light source coming from below. And it's going to flicker a bit. We go 110 maybe. Maybe 50. Maybe 5. Okay. Maybe 3. Okay. Okay, so now we have this amber. I'm going to make like an actual fire at the backgrounds. So I think you can use particle world, or maybe you can use like a fractal noise. It really depends. Big fan, thank you. What should I use? I think particle world will be more fitting. Let's see. So save. Particle phase sphere. Fire, and you move down the producer, then widen it. You go like this. Okay. We're going to like be emit, and then we're going to change the timeline, and then increase the bird rate. Bird size, dead size. Now you have this. And then there are many ways to do fire, I think. This is the most easiest that I can think. And then you add turbulent displace to make it a bit more texturized. Since this is like a much further away, I don't really need it to be very accurate. I just need a fire shape, that's it. Also turbulence. Push this up. Now we have this, and then you can use another turbulent displace, but this time it's going to be a bit smaller. This is going to make it, this is going to break the shape a bit more. Like that. Or maybe I think if you use a displacer, it's going to be much cooler. Something like that. And then okay. Texture blur. For some reason, I don't know. I just like to like put some random shit in here, expecting it to work. I'm gonna change this to black and white, or maybe just pure white, I think. Okay. So we'll have this. Can we like rotate this? Not really, okay. And then scatter. This is going to create a more beautiful bokeh. It should be on top. Right, okay. Optimize every frame. There we go. Now we have like a very further away fire, and I'm going to put color vibrant to fire color. Okay, and then better bokeh to finish things up. H pixel, go back to your comp and then change it to classic color dodging. You should be good to go. And I'm going to play with the tilt a bit, and then deep glow. I don't think you really need any deep glow. Remove the scatter, remove the better bokeh. I don't think you have to, maybe put in this place. I'm going to make it like a 2-layer fire. So the one that we already finished, that one is like a much far away fire. This one is going to be a bit closer. Take this placer, remove the vector blur. Going to use this one. Going to reduce the birth rate. I just want this kind of like an ember right here. Look, and this one is going to be deep glow. See? And now you kind of have like something from Ufotable if you let it play. To sell the illusion of like in hand drawn, you just put in a posterized time. Nope, not that. Posterized time. It's going to reduce your frame rate down. Right, so the cluster should move a bit smoother, in my opinion. To dual color, I don't think, yeah, I think this color is good enough. And also, this one you need to have like a smoke. So for the smoke, just going to use the black and white. Increase the birth rate. And then set the fat box blur up. It's going to be smoke and put it behind everything. I don't think you really need to add a smoke, I think. it is necessary though. Like a fire without smoke is like, you know, kind of fake. You can do it like that. Okay. Now this should give you kind of like a fire. Let's see. Is it bleeding? Kinda is. Okay. Oh. Well, I guess this is the end. As you can see, if you see this, you know, red triangle, it means that your life is over. Pretty much. If I click OK, it's going to like take me out of After Effects. It's pretty much just like a crash. You know, I don't care. Right, don't send. That's the reason why I keep saving, because this kind of crash occurs very often. Okay, I'm opening it back. Hold on. Please take me back. Okay. Let's see if I lose any of my progress. How far am I? Let's see. I think it is going to be like the smoke. Let's see. Oh my god, it's worse than I thought. It's the fucking fire. Oh my days. Ah, damn. Unlucky. Damn. Oh, fuck me. Okay. And I thought that file looks really cool too. Okay, whatever. Well, things happen. We're redoing this again. Tragedy. What is happening? Program crash. Well, it's a classic problem. And I lose around like 10 minutes. I mean, I lose off the fire that we just did. Like 10 minutes ago. Man, and I thought that file looked really cool too. Fuck me. No. Damn. Lucky. Never mind. Doing it again. Yeah, even though like I kind of remind myself that I have to keep spamming. Sometimes I just forget, and it gets you every time. Every single time that you forgot to like Control S or save, it decides to crash. The time that you like, you know, you keep reminding yourself that Control S, Control S, Control S, it won't crash. It's going to strike you when you do not expect. That's the beauty of After Effects, baby. Surprise you every single time. God damn it. Now I have to do it again. Traveling displays change this to white and black. We only need like the black and white. What am I saying? Okay, now we have this. Hello, yeah. Oh, okay. Move this up around 2000s. There we go, now we have a fire. A very makeshift fire. Need to add more stuff in. So, vector blur. It's gonna be like another thing. Not another thing, I mean another time we do this. So I'm going to explain it again. This vector blur, it's going to create like this, you know, edge that we really need, because we're going to make like a blur with this. Okay, something like that. another turbulent displace. This one's going to be a bit more complex. Something like this. You don't really have to worry about the unrealistic of this. Just, you know, it's going to be blurred nonetheless. If it is going to control the shape and stuff, okay. This one is going to be what is going on. Okay. Now we have this kind of fire, and you can scatterize this to make it a little bit more texture. I don't really like to use like a normal blur, because if you're doing like a very organic shape, I like to have a little bit of this noise come around or come along with it. And we're going to color this. Don't forget to save. You are not going to get me this time, baby. Okay, be sure that saturation max opacity 100. Hold on. I think it's a bit too low. Yeah, it's too low. I want to see more colors, but it's just pure black. Okay. Lower the size down. Probably going to put a roughen edge in. And reduce the scale to see this kind of shape. Don't really need scatter if you already use like the roughen edge. Maybe no, I don't think you need that. Do we need roughen edge? Let's see. Nope, we don't need that. Okay. The shot is pretty delayed. It is really delayed. What's the difference between the blurs? I don't understand. Oh, it's just like I like to use like something that's going to give more texture. Just because if you have like this kind of like scatter effects, if you use like the camera lens blur, it's going to have a more bokeh. That's pretty much it. Yeah. So you're going to see a little bit more. Just a little bit. I don't think it's, yeah, as you can see right here, like this small little bokeh. Compared to like if you use only scatter, it's just going to be smooth. But it depends. Right, so we have that. Change it to classic color dodge. Duplicate this again. This one is going to be more closer range. Man, it's like this tour in hell. Holy shit. The fire is so big. Hold on. Take out object blur. Take out scatter, we don't need that. Take out vector blur, we don't need that. Okay, this is all we need. Reduce the birth rate, so we only see this big shape. Or maybe, no. Yeah, here. And then reduce, okay. This is going to be like an amber. Safe. Okay. I kind of feel like the background is a bit too blurry. You cannot really see much. I think I'm going to remove the bokeh. Okay, this is a bit better. Like there are more texture in, which I like. Okay. The chat's very delayed. It is. It's the time zone, I think. Or maybe the internet. My internet, I think. Gambare PC cool. You can do this, my PC. Don't crash again, please save. Thank you. What should I add more? Yeah, it's probably going to be more filtering now. I'm just gonna add more filter and stuff. Blur. Lighten. It's going to give you that nice glow. God, it's going to take like 10 years. Please? What are you stuck on? Please. Okay, never mind. Green. God damn it, okay. Oh, there we go. Now we curve. Brush all of these highlights. And then reduce the opacity. There we go. Now we have like a Jujutsu Kaisen opening. That one opening that is really red. You know what? Yeah, I'm just going to copy that. Hold on, let me search some reference. JJK opening. Let's see the reference. There you are. It's not that red, it's more like... Yeah, it is red, yep. It is really red, holy. But there's a blue, accent of blue into it as well. Yeah, okay. So first, I already did this correct, but I have to change some colors with this too. So first the highlight has to be more red. Something like that. And the backgrounds, it needs to have a little bit more texture. Right, so someone recommended me this plugin called Create Write Wrap. So I'm going to try this out. Let's see, how do you use that? I guess you can just put this, nope. I think you can just put this on top and then just let it run. What? Oh, we need to set the background layer, obviously. What is happening? I don't see any difference. Solo. I mean, there is. What? Fine. It's probably because I didn't pre-comp this. Whatever. I don't know. If you have any idea, please tell me. How do you use this? Well, my method is just going to use like a distance gradation. And then just blur. Color dodge. Like that color. And then reduce the opacity. And you should be good to go. What about the blur? Yeah, the blur looks really cool. And let this load for a while. Oh my days, it's taking like 10 seconds. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you have to blur it. The backgrounds. A blur in a blur, holy. Gonna take like 10 years to render. Okay. So now I think the rest is just all about filtering and then manage some glow and stuff. Not you. There we go. What an ease to the eye. I can see everything. I can see my future in this work. Select. There we go. And since. Oh my goodness. Don't forget to save. Thank you. You saved my life. It tends to like crash at the critical spot. When I start to apply like, you know, camera lens blur, it's going to get crashed. It's actually taking like 20 seconds for one frame. This is ridiculous. Okay. Yeah, I think you have to do some exposure stuff. So like another thing that's going to be really useful for compositing. So let's say your camera kind of shift in like the focus. Another thing that you have to do is like the difference in their exposure. So like if you have a lot of like blur and stuff, it means that your f-stop is really low. So f-stop means like the amount of like the how wide your camera is going to like receive the lights. The lens, I mean. Like if it's like shift in focus, then the background is going to be a little bit more brighter. So something like that. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit brighter if it's too much. Yeah, something like this. It's gonna be a little bit, just a little bit brighter. Gonna play with the curve a bit. Nope. Nope. Please, get me out. Thank you. It's brighter, but like the contrast will be a little bit darker, so you're going to see a little bit more exaggerations. So the start is going to be like this. And then when the camera shifts, it's going to be brighter. And it's going to be on this side. I'm trying to like figure out how C4D works, but it's pretty confusing. It is the same for me too. The first time that I launched this program, it's like, I'm so confused. Try search some tutorials on that. I think there is, I watched some tutorials on YouTube too. Or you know what, you can just ask ChatGPT. It is also an alternative. I do ask something about chat, some you know, some questions with ChatGPT too, and they kind of give you a very direct results, which is really good. I kind of think that this hair has to be a lot brighter. I don't know. I kind of think that this dude is like. It's hard to describe, but like you can feel it that something is a bit wrong. Probably because of the color, I think. Let's see. How can we play with him? Be right back, got it. Okay. Another thing that I would like to do is chromatic aberration. Very subtle.พี่ชายเคยลองใช้ Pencil 2D ทำแอนิเมชันไหมครับพอดีผมกำลังฝึกอยู่มันคืออะไรอะ Blender อะครับ Blender ผมยังไม่เคยใช้เลย I don't think you need this.
ไม่รู้มันเรียกโปรแกรมถ่ายแอนิเมชันไหมเพราะผมเองก็เพิ่งลองถ่ายแอนิเมชันได้2 วันเลยกำลังหาโปรแกรมถ่ายแอนิเมชันสำหรับคนงบน้อยใช้เวลาฝึกไม่นานอย่างนั้นเหรอคลิปอัดคลิปก็ได้นะอันนั้นก็ฟรีเหมือนกันคลิปกันเทสบีสำหรับคนหน้ารอแบบเรารู้สึกว่าพอมันติดแดงทุกอย่างมันแดงหมดแต่ว่าพอเราใส่ฟ้าเข้าไปหรือว่าเพิ่มโทนฟ้าเข้าไปนะมันช่วยได้ช่วยเบรกสีได้ไฟมันร้อนฟีชานี้มันจะโหลดเสร็จไหมโคตรนานอ๋อมันติดเบลออยู่ผมไปดูไฟล์ฟอสแป๊บนึงนะพี่คิดว่าก่อนสิ้นปีผมจะสามารถทำได้ไหมครับพอดีผมอยากลองแอนิเมชันสัก10 นาที24 นาทีนะครับแต่ผมกำกับไว้ว่าต้องเสร็จก่อนสิ้นปียากครับแอนิเมชัน20 นาทีกว่าๆนี่เขาใช้เวลาทำกันเป็นเดือนเลยนะยากครับส่วนตัวผมมองว่าคือความยาวมันไม่ได้วัดครับว่างานจะออกมาดีไหมเผลอๆงานที่สั้นแต่ว่าคุณภาพดีperformance เวลาเราเอาไปลงในเน็ตมันจะดีกว่าครับสำหรับผมแนะนำว่าถ้าอยากทำจริงๆลองสัก2 นาทีก่อนก็ดีครับผมค่อนข้างมั่นใจว่าถ้าแบบเกิน10 นาทีขึ้นไปเนี่ยคือเราต้องมีเวลาแพลนขั้นต่ำประมาณ4-5 เดือนเลยครับกำลังดูอยู่ว่าแก้ไขอะไรเพิ่มเติมดีมันไม่สว่างเฉยๆเท่าที่ดูตอนนี้แล้วก็เราไม่ได้ใส่ตัวการเดียนไปด้วยนี่หว่านั่งรอไปมันมืดตรงนี้จริงๆมันควรจะสว่างโอ้โห31 วิองศา
จะเรนเดอร์ออกไหมเนี่ยแม่งกดเรนเดอร์ปุ๊บกูไปนอนดีกว่าอย่างเงี้ยโคตรนานตรงนี้นะอ่ะอยู่ออกไปเลยไหมเนี่ยก็ดูเหมือนเอาออกไปก็ดูไม่ค่อยช่วยอะไรเลยเว้ยโอเคไม่ต้องมีก็ได้หรือถ้ามีก็ต้องสว่างขึ้นแต่บนหัวไม่ต้องมีตามันจมจริงๆผมอยากให้ตามันดำเนาะกันว่าพอมาอยู่บนสไตล์งานแบบนี้มันดูจมอ้อแล้วก็สีแตกด้วยโอเคสีแตกจะเกิดจากตัวเลเวลเนี่ยแกมมาหมดถ้าแกมมามันชนกันสีมันก็จะแตกมันก็จะเป็นยุ่ยครับฉันเจอหมดแล้วล่ะปัญหาพวกฉันรู้วิธีแก้ไขมาหมดนี่รู้ไม่เหมือนอยู่ในไฟเลยรู้แล้วผมรู้แล้วผมลืมอะไรนิดdistortion ไอเอฟเฟกที่มันจะยุยครับเวลาเราไปอยู่ในไฟอย่างนั้นก็เลยยุยลืมมันนั้นดุยเอฟเฟกต์ดุยบุ๊บดุยเนี่ยแหละเนี่ยที่ผมพูดถึงดุยแล้วก็เพิ่มคอนทราสต์ลดไบรท์เน็ตเราก็จะได้ดุยมาละแล้วก็เปลี่ยนเป็นสปลายเพื่อที่ทำให้มันสมูทแล้วก็ใช้แคมเมราเลนส์เบอร์ธรรมดาก็ได้แล้วก็พีคอมไปดุยเนี่ยฮิตแมปแล้วก็ฮิตแมปปึ๊บงานเราก็จะมีดุยแล้วก็ใส่ตัว displacement map ไม่ต้อง displacer pro displacement map ก็พองานก็จะดุยมันไม่ดุยแล้วเพราะผมลืมจัดมันเข้าไปข้างในต้องอ่านของมันต้องอ่านของข้างในทีนี้มันก็จะมี heat distortion งานเราก็จะดูแบบเหมือนอยู่ในไฟมากขึ้น I'm back hello we are almost finished almost Let's go. Yeah. I'm adding the heat distortion right now. It's almost done. It's gonna take me like 10 years to render this, I think. There we go. I'm going to have a little bit of this distortion right here. Let me check on the edge. Yeah, I don't see any issue. I'm going to add a little bit of like the sparkle thing. Change the seed. Go to the particle. Reduce the birch size. Then we are going to use another plugin. Star. Colorful. It's going to give you this. Rainbow. Nope. Vertical length. Vertical rod. Going to make it a little bit diagonal. Something like that. And then roughen edge down. Nope. I lied. Got the color dodge, so it's not going to be that, you know, vibrant and that bright. Okay. Yeah, the heat thing is working just fine, I think. And then, oh, the black ash. I think I forgot about that. Hold on. Boop. Multiply. Start colorful. Turn this more. Fill with black. It's gonna be like an ash. Okay. So it's not going to be like all bright all around. It's going to be like a little bit more color. And I think that this chromatic is a bit too overpowering. So maybe 2. Yeah, a bit better. Let's say this in like an aspect ratio, like I mean the back bar. Oh. Yeah, I think it looks cool. Going to play with the color a bit more. Heat. Too bright. Rush. Ooh, this one looks really good. Tobacco. It's a bit better. Okay, Western. It keeps getting brighter. It seems. Okay. So I think orange. Yeah, orange seems to be the best. I like this, like a little bit of this shadowy color. Oh yeah, another thing that I should add is in rim lights. Let's do that. Rim lights, rim lights. Put this here. Oh, wrong array. Going to put rim lights on this character. If I can find her at least. Where's she? Okay, there we go. Fill. And then layer style. And the shadow. Change it to screen. Change it.
Oh my days. It happened to me again. It happened to me again. Oh my days. This time it closed itself without any warnings at all. Fuck.
Jesus fucking Christ. Well, usually going to take me like, 2 hours. But if the program keep crashing, that's going to be like fucking entire day. Holy.
How long do it take? Yeah.
Yeah. The chat is a bit delayed. Yep, let's
See how much I lost.
Brother, why are you doing this? Oh, okay. Okay, it's still fine. No one panic. Everybody calm down. Yeah, the rim light, okay. Okay. We're okay, okay? We did not lose that much progress. It's still okay. I think. Yeah, it's still okay.
Did you save?
Yeah. Well, I didn't, but like, I didn't lose that much anyway, so yeah. I think I already saved like 5 minutes ago, so should be fine. Layer style, inner shadow. Going to make a rim light. There we go. And it's going to come from behind. There we go. Size, distance. Okay. It's going to give me a very basic rim light. Orange. Here we go. Gonna do this on the dude as well. So I'm going to copy the fill. Up. C. Save. There we go. Fill. Layer style in the shadow. Screen. Size. Okay, orange, green, maybe color dodge. Color dodge really works great with rim light. I think I'm going to use color dodge. Right, so I think it's done. Maybe? Let me see again. Oh, right, highlight on this side, forgot. I rethink and then I feel like adding it back is going to be better. Dang, it looks good, thank you. Then pick this up, upwards. There we go. Then fill with yellow. There we go. And then reduce the opacity down. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's see. Oh, I think it's because I didn't push this upwards. Let's see. No difference at all? Okay. Whatever. kind of don't. I still don't like how. I can't describe this. Like, it's a bit dull. Like the color doesn't pop. How do I make it pop then? Red? Nope, it's not going to be red. Because if you increase more red, it's going to be, you know, redder. I have to do like the color wheel and stuff. Hold on. Might be on the curve. So increase the blue, reduce the red. Let's see if that helps. Or oh, okay. I think this is it. Nope. Nope. Okay. Yeah, this kind of works. This is something I'm looking for. However, now his face is like if you open the red, it's gonna be like, yeah, it's so white. It just means that there are too much red. So how do you counterbalance this then? Like, how do you balance this shit? Magenta doesn't help. Probably only red. Yeah. Well, whatever. Just gonna keep it like this. Save. Okay. And what's the last thing that... Oh, right, yeah, smoother. Now we spam the smoother. And we call it a day. Okay, now we keep spamming this on top of everything. Or if you are, you know, lazy, you can just create a new adjustment layer and then you just put smoother on top of there. It's just that I try to use that method and it doesn't seem to work really well compared to like you put it inside of that specific layer. Right, so let's see the final results. Yeah, that's going to be it for the stream today. There we go. The final results. Right, so after this we only have 2 cuts left, which means that this project will... I think I'm going to release this project around October, at the start of October, or maybe at the end of this month. That's what I'm planning. Also, I am thinking about the second project, probably going to be revolve around the cars, because, you know, I like cars. I've never driven car before, but like I like the aesthetic of cars, especially like the old JDM. Like it a lot. Okay, thank you for the stream, Tully. Yeah, thank you. Right, so I think that's gonna be it. Going to like continue to do like the studio work later. Right, so thank you. See you again. Bye bye. Thank you. ขอบคุณครับบายละบายบายเดี๋ยวเล่าเนี่ยวิ See you. Good night. Bye bye. Bullock project man. Oh right, yeah. Forgot about that. Rock, paper, scissors. I'm going to rock, paper, scissors with myself. What should I do? Bye bye. See ya. Thank you. Whee!